Last time on New Beginnings. You can kind of see it's almost like a tiramisu. Well, good morning, folks. Before we pack down and head a little north to Moab for the next few days, I wanted to just kind of go over real quick the brand new Kakadu Canyon rooftop tent. Now, with about 6 days of using this tent, it's really shown a lot of great features and benefits and highlights. Kind of wanted to share that with you guys because I'm imagining some questions are brewing with this new rooftop tent. So for starters, it is, as you see, a wedge style tent, but what's nice is there is actually a scissor strut at the very front to allow a little bit more, I would say, toe box room, if you will, and even storage at the very front. And even included right there as well is another window to allow extra ventilation to help with any condensation issues, or even more so just helping with a nice breeze like we had last night. On top of that, you do have 3 other main windows around the perimeter of it, and then the included rain fly that attaches to the top there, and then 2 tension poles at the rear to help hold that in place. What makes this tent so unique is not only does it deploy and pack away extremely quick, we're talking like a matter of seconds, but there's also a really nifty T-track system that runs the entire perimeter of the tent to allow mounting endless accessories. So unfortunately I didn't have enough time to do it on before departing for this trip, but plans in the future are going to be mounting an awning to the side so we can just put those brackets right into that T-track system. Of course, mount the awning right to those brackets and we're done. And then anything else around the surrounding perimeter as far as area lights, max track mounts, you name it, your kind of possibilities are endless with this. And then also included with the tent itself are 2 crossbars at the very top, and they're really low profile too, which I like to help just keep that slim profile look really nice and appealing, if you will. So plans to put up there, you could obviously put like max tracks or traction boards or bikes or kayaks or skis or whatever you want to put up there. It's really nice that those come included. As far as the inside goes, there is an actual internal LED light that comes pre-installed ready to go, and I can just power that with a portable power bank when I bring it up into the tent at night. There is a storage compartment attached on like bungee cords at the very top of the shell, so when you go in, it's going to be right on the very top at the wedge. When you open up the tent, there's multiple storage bags and compartments in there, and what's really cool is there's a clear vinyl. So if you're like me and like to maybe put on a movie at night before you go to sleep, I usually bring my tablet up there, put it in that clear vinyl sleeve, and then you can see right through it. And best part, you can still control the touch screen, so you don't have to take it in and out if you need to pause it, adjust the volume or whatever. So that's really nice. I do enjoy that. The mattress that comes with it's a memory foam mattress, and underneath is a condensation mat. The memory foam mattress is about 2 inches thick, I believe. I really like a little bit extra comfort when I sleep, and not gonna lie, I kind of just prefer that because I am a side sleeper, so sometimes my shoulders get a little sore. So what I did is I purchased the Hest Dually Long. It's a aftermarket memory foam mattress that's about 4 inches thick, and it's really, really nice. What I did is I took the stock mattress, traced the aftermarket Hest mattress, and basically all I did was just cut a few inches around the front to custom fit it around the front gas struts where those scissor lifts are at the very front where it articulates. It fits perfectly and is extremely comfortable. So for longer trips like this where we're putting a lot of nights in it, I just want to sleep well and be well rested for the next day. So having that in there is amazing. I am still, however, able to leave a sleeping bag in there and then 2 pillows as well. So it closes up just fine. It does require just a little bit more tucking of the canvas when you do close the tent, but otherwise it packs down perfectly fine. But overall, I absolutely love this new tent by Kakadu. It fits perfectly on the vehicle roof line, especially with the surrounding perimeter of the up top Overland Zulu roof rack. So it really matches up amazingly well, and I'm extremely happy with how fast it deploys and packs down. And then best of yet, I don't have to deal with an air mattress anymore, getting into camp and deflating it and doing all the folding and packing away and all that good stuff. We can just simply just pack it down and call it a day. So that's exactly what we're about to do, and we're gonna finish up breakfast here, work our way north to Moab, and see where the rest of the trip takes us. From camp, we had a 2-hour drive getting to the town of Moab, and boy was I excited to be passing through here. It's an awesome place to stop for checking out the shops, grabbing a bite to eat, and feeling at home with the surrounding community of off-road and overland travel enthusiasts. Knowing we were going to be in the area for a couple days, we wanted to save visiting Moab for tomorrow and instead take our time visiting Arches National Park that was close by. Due to the high volume of visitation, Arches is on a timed entry system, so the evening before we reserved our entry for 1 p.m. today to ensure access. By doing it this way, the park can better manage the flow of visitors while helping ensure your experience is more genuine than what you'd expect when visiting a theme park at peak season. How are you?
Good, how's it going?
Good. Here is the pass and ID. And then here's the timed entry. Awesome.
Thank you.
Yep. Perfect, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Yeah, there's
Look at the 3 rocks above us and how they are just like precariously balancing themselves up there.
Yeah, look at that. Those are massive rocks.
Don't want those to fall on you.
Look at that. The name of the game today was stopping at numerous roadside viewpoints. With a hot day already in full swing, hiking in the heat was a little too advantageous for me. And on a 90-degree day, it's kind of nice to be in your car and see it all from different pullouts and viewpoints while having AC, because I'm kind of a weakling in the heat, and I'll be honest, I'll be the first to admit.
More than kind of.
Okay, a lot.
A lot of a weekend. We're 10 degrees over your 75-degree limit.
Yeah, well, even more than that, it feels like. But one of our first stops was the Park Avenue viewpoint. This area offers a 2-mile round-trip hike that takes you through stunning scenery down a corridor of towering rock walls and curiously carved spires. It continuously amazes me how this landscape has shaped to what you see today. It's unlike anything I've ever witnessed before. One of the most iconic features in the park, Balanced Rock, stands at a staggering 128 feet tall. While it may appear to be an epic balancing act, it's actually not balanced at all. The top boulder of the Entrada sandstone sits attached to the eroding pedestal of Dewey Bridge mudstone, making the ideal layers for the formation of arches and balanced rocks. Though as we continued on, it was incredible to experience the countless wonders that Arches had in store for us. All right, guys, so a little bit of a confession to make here, and an update. With us 6 days on the trail now, out of 10 total, as far as hygiene goes, we've been using body wipes, and that's okay. They do have a good use and to a point, but with the ambient temperature being rather hot, us being just kind of dusty and gross, and the fact that I may have forgotten the charging cable to my Kakadu Outback shower unit that I was going to share for everybody to use, we're kind of in a tough pinch here because we'd all like to take a shower. So together we have banded our needs and our wants, and we did a hotel for really the evening. We're not staying in it by any means, but we are going to utilize the facilities and the resources thereof to have all of us take our showers and if we can, maybe even use their ice machine for drinks later at camp. But while we're in town, we'll get resupplied up on everything else, so it'll be worthwhile. But yeah, first time I've needed to book a hotel while on a trip, but I think it's for a good reason, and you guys will forgive me.
I need a shower.
So I think we all need a shower. So we're at the motel now. Gonna do that, then we'll get to camp. So I never thought I'd be so happy to see a shower. Yep, all this because I forgot my power cable. I know, shame on me. I'll know for next time. I'll be the first to admit, there's nothing like a shower to feel rejuvenated and ready for the adventures ahead. With everyone now smelling good as new, we even felt fine going into public for a quick snack ahead of finding camp for the evening.
With the flask, I can use. I mean, yeah, I had to sit there for about 15 minutes or so.
Yeah.
You know, and then to cool, have them.
Well, good morning and happy Friday, everybody. We are camping at a decent little pull-off here just outside the town of Moab, and it's actually not too bad. Even though it's somewhat close to the road, the views are amazing. There's actually a shaded little pavilion thing here with tables and all that good stuff, which is actually pretty nice. So even for a late night find, this is pretty good. Reason being, this sets us up for success for today, because I think we're going to do a little change of pace. We're going to head into the town of Moab, go check out the shops, the eateries, have a nice little opportunity to get out of the cars and do a little walking around before it gets too hot. And then maybe for the remainder of the day into the afternoon, we're going to go into Canyonlands National Park and then catch sunset, I believe, at the Dead Horse State Park. So trying to see what we can while we can with the remaining few days here in Utah before we start making our trek all the way back to Washington and doing that over 2 days. So Utah has been fantastic. We tried to see what we could with the time allowed and ensuring everybody's list of sites were checked off. But so far it's been incredible. So we're gonna get camp packed down before it gets a little too hot and head into the town of Moab. For those who don't know, one of Shelby's favorite things to check out are gift shops. We even named the occasion Shoppin' with Shelby. Due to any unique town or city we visit, there must be time set aside to see what new memento we can come home with. Though I'll admit, Moab is home to some awesome shops while walking the main streets. Everything from fine art to apparel, you'll be sure to find something you like, including a nice place to sit back and relax before taking on the next part of the day. It wasn't long until we made our way to Canyonlands National Park, making for our third park visited for this trip and collectively checked off the list. Established in 1964, this park preserves 527 square miles of colorful landscape that has eroded into countless canyons, mesas, arches, and buttes by the Colorado River and its tributaries. The Colorado and Green Rivers divide the park into 4 districts: Island in the Sky, the Needles, the Maze, and the rivers themselves. While these areas share a primitive desert atmosphere, each retains its own character and offers different opportunities for exploration. Our first stop was the Schaefer Canyon Overlook, which was by far some of the most impressive views I've witnessed on this trip. Seen from the overlook itself is the near 20-mile-long Schaefer Trail at the Island in the Sky district, which is an iconic road that descends 1,500 feet through a colorful, massive sandstone cliff. Its function has changed through the years, from a route made by Native Americans to access resources on the mesa top, to a trail for sheep herders moving flocks to better forage in the wintertime, and then a road for trucks moving loads of uranium from the backcountry to the market. Today, the Schaefer Trail is a challenging, unpaved backcountry road for the recreational users seeking an experience of a lifetime. Knowing this might be our last epic sunset of the trip, we wanted to do it in style. Shelby had planned for an evening at Dead Horse State Park, which is a favorite location of hers for such an occasion. With the rest of us having never been here, this would be a moment of a lifetime, witnessing such scenic beauty to an already unforgettable day. Today marked the beginning of a 2-day trek back home to Washington State. With it being our final day here in Utah, we wanted to make the best of it by visiting one final iconic location. So with camp slowly getting packed away, we pushed on for the last and final part of the trip, though the dark clouds in the sky had me thinking our plans might have an alternative ending. About 5 hours northwest from camp this morning is the Bonneville Salt Flats. One of my goals for this trip was to get the vehicles out on the salt flats to experience what it would be like driving here. Unfortunately, the weather had other plans. With heavy rains in the forecast all day, the salt flats ended up turning into a massive lake in certain sections. Clearly, this was not ideal and made for an interesting view as we stood on the shoreline taking in the scenery. As a last chance effort, we tested the surface conditions closer to the long stretch of the road coming in. From what it felt like, it seemed doable. So we gave it a go to at least say we drove a small sample, though knowing one day we'll have to come back for a future trip and experience more of what this area has to offer. While our time here in Utah was brief, I can say with confidence that we'll be back again to explore and experience more of this incredible part of the world. This trip was unlike most I've done in the past. With new opportunities come new beginnings. I wanted to showcase that no matter how grand or small your trips may be, no matter what vehicle you drive, or how much time you have to travel, all that matters is getting out and enjoying your surroundings. Utah was the perfect showcasing of these points and why they mean so much to me. I hope that each and every one of you are able to make new opportunities happen in your lives and cherish those memories with the ones closest to you. As always, I sincerely appreciate your support, and until next time, safe travels.